look, I don't condone lesbianism. There's nothing beneficial that comes out of it. Honestly, two women, laying together, that's totally against what the Creator has designed us to do and be. But this is all for educational purposes, so we can all see like what direction society is headed in, as well as what we should be encouraging people not to do, right? Um, but this is a pretty interesting podcast video from a podcaster. I think his name is the Bedroom Podcast is his channel's name. Y'all go check him out. He's got some people over there, or some women that over there that he talks to, during his podcast sessions. As far as this content goes, of course, it's just content to consume that you're just kind of looking for how people think in South Africa, how women are thinking and behaving in South Africa. And that's kind of what he kind of is bringing to his platform. Not kind of, that's what he's bringing to his platform. South African women, I don't know if I said South Asian, but South African women. South African women is who he speaks to majority. He's a guy that comes from the U.S. and he's now currently living in South Africa. So for the passport bros, for the people who looking to travel, get out of the country more, and maybe solely based on trying to find a wife or trying to find women, we're going to do a reaction and we're going to review his particular video just based on the mindset of those women and the culture of the women that are out there, right? So just so you know, and this is what I'm all about here, trying to bring you guys more information so you can make a more sound decision whether you want to travel abroad to find a woman, or if you feel like that cut your losses to be here in the States to find a woman here, passport bro, or if you just want to be a nightwing, whichever decision you'd make. Just bring you some information so you can make a more sound and a better decision or better choice. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this video.
Is the sheep preaching hate when he says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore? If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf the violent one? He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. Somebody's knocking you over the head, stop them. Do whatever you have to do to stop him. The ones that were knocking him over the head were afraid of the fact that he might swing back. So they said, no, he's teaching hate. He's violent.
And see what this guy's talking about. Now his audio is not all that great, right? So hopefully I'm not coming in too loud at some points because but his audio is not all that great because I don't think he has any mics. But this is called the Bedroom Podcast. So just as a disclaimer, you're gonna hear some language that you may not want to hear. It's not too bad, but it's just something that you're gonna have to listen to if you would like. If not, then you can just X out. You know what I'm saying? Or turn the volume down on it. But it's not too bad. They're not going too crazy, but they are saying some shit that's like pretty interesting, right? All right. So just a quick disclaimer right there, disclosure for y'all. Okay. Let's get to it.
Which one? It's good? Okay. Now, real quick. So you dating a girl?
Yeah.
Can she handle all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's it. We ain't gotta ask too much more then. Okay. Interesting. Now, none of y'all ladies got sugar daddies though.
No.
None of y'all.
No.
Do y'all want a sugar daddy?
No.
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 None of y'all want a sugar daddy?
No.
Have y'all ever had a sugar daddy?
No.
No.
Never.
Okay. Damn. That's interesting. I definitely thought we would get some yeses in this one. So let me ask you ladies this. Who right now is giving you attention? Go ahead and start with you. Talk about your guy. what is he providing to you? Because even though you're not in a relationship, we know that you probably got some guy.
How do you know that?
Are you also lesbian?
I just came out of a year relationship with my girlfriend.
With your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Interesting. We might have to change this topic to talk about ladies, man. We might have to change this topic to talk about ladies real quick. Okay. Because I had a better topic, but anyways, this seems like the best one. Both of you ladies are dating girls.
I was.
You was, okay. Yeah. Why are y'all attracted to ladies instead of guys?
It's me. I can't tell you why.
There's a big difference.
There's a big difference.
Yeah,
and
for real.
Besides the licks, I mean, what
girls? Men don't do it for me the way girls do it.
And the best I've had it is with the girl.
The licks.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the strap felt better than the meat.
No.
My honey and I, we've never had to use a strap.
So what did y'all use?
Nothing.
So just licks.
That was good.
And hands. And
licks and hands.
Yeah, and you get creative with it, you know?
Okay. Yeah. So let me ask this. Would you two ladies date girls?
No, honestly speaking. I wouldn't mind trying.
Wow. Now this can get really freaky if you just step over there real quick. Let's go ahead and no, I'm just playing. No, come back. Nah, like, hey, okay, interesting. I just feel like a lot of dudes might actually, want to take y'all ladies serious. Do y'all think y'all might be wasting time in these kind of fling type relationships? Because honestly, lesbian relationships don't really work out that much. You know what I'm saying? The grand scheme of things. I ain't trying to break y'all up and all that and talk all that. I'm just saying, a lot of times they don't work out. And also in America, they're considered one of the most abusive relationships, which is crazy to me because when I first heard this, I said, it's not the gays. They said, no, like, guys get along with each other. It's ladies that can't get along. So I said, damn, that's a good point. So the ladies usually don't last. How long did your lesbian relationship last?
It was a year.
A year, okay. And
so for those who are just getting in, yeah, we're reviewing this. These are South African women right here. And already you see that a few of them have been in lesbian style relationships. Of course, we know Most High doesn't condone any of that nonsense, right? It don't produce anything lucrative that's worth even mentioning, right? It don't produce a legacy. It don't produce culture. Doesn't produce life. You got two women together who only can produce death until a man gives them life, right? So, obviously we know where that relationship is headed. And as he was just talking, right, he's saying that lesbian relationships usually end violently as opposed to, two males, just based on them not being able to actually get along, which can be, even if you were to think about it, it could be very honestly reasonable to come to a conclusion to, right? Because most women can't stand each other most days, you know what I mean? So it's like, these are South African women, and you would not be able to guess it because they sound like they are Americanized. They sound like Westernized women. You know what I'm saying? Just based on what I'm hearing so far from what he's talking about. That's the reason why I kind of wanted to, because he's bringing on South African women specifically. It's a smaller channel. Just asking them random questions about how they think and how they pursue men and what type of men they actually are interested in. It's called the Bedroom Podcast. He's just getting started, so his subscriber count is around 200 something subscribers. But let's rate these women. You know what I mean? Let's rate them and see, because as opposed to you got four ladies here. All, they're all beautiful ladies. You know what I'm saying? They seem to be attractive enough to actually be worth anything right now. So my thing is my okay. So if I'm starting from left to right, I'm going to give the one to the far left. I'm gonna give her a 6. One that's right next to her in that green, I'm gonna give her a 6 as well. I say they 5 and 6. her right there, lighter skinned chick. I'm going to give her a 7. I'm gonna give her a 7, and then the one to the far right, I'm gonna give her a 6. So we got 6s and 7s. So cute, you know, cute, not necessarily. Well, they're beautiful women, but they're cute. They're decently attractive. They're slightly above average, and that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? But this is, like I said, it's South Africa. Like this is how they look in here. And we're gonna see exactly what they're talking about, because honestly, I'm really interested in knowing and understanding the mindset of women who feel as though they can only be with another woman. So, but let's get back into this video and see what they're talking about.
You've been with
We're
your
on 7 months.
7 months. Yeah, I think maybe that's kind of a waste of time, because it is just like, it's not like it ever really
I don't
works.
think it's a waste. I got a lot of love out of that relationship.
And I feel like if you would call a lesbian relationship a waste of time, then you'd call a man and woman relationship a waste of time.
Because these niggas be
wasting your time.
Can I be honest?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I have dated a girl before back in the past.
Damn, hey, we might have to cut this video, man. We might have to cut the video. Hey, let's go. I'm playing, man. Damn, that's crazy. So wow, that's crazy. Okay, damn. This is interesting because, me being American, coming out to Africa, South Africa has shown me that you ladies are extremely, very close to like American women. Y'all bi-curious, you're lesbians and bisexuals, and then you've had your history, so go ahead and talk to us. What were you going to say about your
Okay, so it was an African girl that I found very attractive. Like, I couldn't help myself, but like, we were in school. And
high school?
Yeah, high school.
Okay.
And I just like found her really attractive. She was like hot. She was very hot. Like, honestly speaking, she was like super hot. And I just, I approached her because I got the confidence in me. So yeah, like we started dating. So we took it like for about 6 months. And then she fell in love with a guy.
What? Wow.
Like a guy like a couple of years older than her. So
okay.
yeah, and then things didn't go. But that was like my first and only, lesbian relationship.
Lesbian relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to you ladies. Do y'all think that might be kind of like a waste of time a bit? Like, there could be some guys that actually truly want to marry you, like, and you're just kind of in this situation and it doesn't really work out. A lot of times, I guess I'm just speaking to you right now because,
If there are guys out there that want to marry you, then wow, good for you. I love it for you, keep that. But I am where I am because I know this is where I want to be. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But I'm not going to live based on that, this is not going to work out. It's a relationship at the end of the day. It shouldn't matter whether I'm with a woman or a man. It's a relationship.
Okay. And, you ladies made a good point. Guys and girls can waste your time. That's very true. But I'd wager to say you get more from a guy than from a woman. What do you ladies think about that one? Because, a guy, let me ask you this. Who pays for the dates right now? Her.
Yeah.
Oh, is she like a stud?
Yeah.
Okay. Was yours a stud too? Was yours a stud?
We both did, let's say, because like it wasn't like
It wasn't like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So were you guys going? Who's paying in your situation?
I think that was something she liked to do. So even though I would be like, no, babe, she'd be like, nah, don't do that. I want to spoil you.
So you had a stud?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to like protection, do you truly feel safe with your stud woman?
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel like if there's like 2 guys, she can defend you?
Yeah. And I can defend her.
You think you can fight 2 dudes?
Yeah.
Now, hold on. You already know I'm going to have to jump in on this one. First of all, what? Look, me, her, and her little stud, cross-dressing, woman. Listen, I'll floor both of them at the same time. It wouldn't even be a competition. Both of them. right now at the same time. Put them both to shame. It'll be embarrassing, honestly. So for her to sit here and say, "Hey, I feel safe with my stud," whatever. These are two women. Now we talking about against a man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even put them up against two men. You know what I'm saying? Two men is just completely unfair, right? Funny thing, right? Funny story. I was at the gym, right? And this is crazy. I was at the gym, and I was with the female that I was with at that time. We both at the gym doing, hitting it hard, whatever. And it was a lesbian woman there with her stud, so-called stud, whatever, guy, or whatever they call each other, right? And I don't know what happened between them two, or between them and also this other guy who was at the gym. But the woman that was in a relationship that performed her role as a woman, I guess, I don't know. She was more feminine or something like that. Not really feminine though. She got upset with with another guy that was at the gym who was just there working out, lifting. Random guy. And I guess she caught him staring at her behind or something like that, her ass or something. Like, ladies, if you're gonna be mad about somebody looking at you at the gym, be sure that you're wearing appropriate clothing. Be sure you're wearing something that's a little bit more less revealing, right? Be sure you're wearing something more modest if you're gonna get upset, right? But you should know what you're gonna get if you're gonna wear something that's more revealing. Either way, she got upset with this guy. This guy was letting her have it. He was calling her all kind of B's. He was being real disrespectful. All right, he listen disrespectfully everything he was saying. He was not holding back, wasn't pulling no punches. With his words, and they was going at it. Him and the female was going at it. Now the stud female was standing there just watching, right, just looking at them going at it. He calling her all kind of names and things like that. Now for me personally, if I'm with my woman, even if she is in the wrong and she started some shit, right, I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna make sure that I defuse the situation and I check them. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't have that type of behavior, right? We can't just be showing that type of, I guess, a coward type of spirit that where you won't protect your woman from a man. But this stud, man posing as a woman just stood there watching, right? Like terrified. I'm not gonna lie. The stud looked shook, like terrified. And after a while, they just kept going back and forth, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I had to go and step in and actually talk to the dude. I pulled him aside real quick. I'm like, hey, bro, it ain't even worth it, man. Just chill out. Just y'all ignore her. Wasn't nobody trying to stop the situation. So this guy's heated. I'm thinking they about to go to blows because the chick is running her mouth like crazy. And honestly, if he would have slapped the shit out of her, she would have just brought it on herself. Honestly, tell you the truth, right? Because she was saying some reckless shit. But I stepped in there. I talked to him. I'm like, hey, bro, just chill. Just it's all good, man. Just chill. Boom, boom, boom. Defused it real quick. The little stud she was terrified. She was scared. Looked like a dude. Had a cap on. Of course, features of a woman, but baggy clothes, things like that. Just trying to imitate a man, cross dressing or whatever. But standing there terrified because this dude was he's a decent sized dude. So two, like you said, exactly. Two males. Nah, wow, nah. Two males. Nah. Slanging. They getting slung all over the place. One man would slang both of them. Just destroy them both. No problem. I don't care if she work out. I don't care if they're both trained professionally. Now, if they're both trained professionally, I wouldn't put them up against no scrawny dude, you know what I mean, who don't go to the gym often or whatnot. But if they're both trained professionally and they go up against a guy who goes to the gym, who's got some strength in them, they still gonna get floored. I don't care what's going on. You need at least about 3 to 4 women to take on one man. You know what I'm saying? Who is strong and goes to the gym. I mean, and anybody who got a problem with it, you can go argue with your mammy. All right, you can go argue with your whoever. Go argue with your grandma. Take it up with them, because you know what? Until somebody proves me wrong and I see something like that, come on now, nah. Nah, there's no way. So I I'm shocked, honestly, tell you the truth, because the perception for overseas women, especially in Africa, right, South Africa, right, is like that these women are feminine, that they're submissive, that they're all of these different things that westernized women are not. You know what I mean? So it's like when you hear Eastern woman or a woman that's from Africa, South Africa, speaking like how she's speaking right now, it kind of makes you realize that maybe the grass ain't always green on the other side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like you go across the pond, you meet one of these women, and you like shit. You back in the U.S. Like, would you go to South Africa for? You know what I'm saying? So, and the majority of the women he brings home kind of have this mentality, kind of have this mindset of thinking like a westernized woman. You know what I'm saying? It's just interesting to me, right? But let's go ahead and get back into this video.
Do you think you can fight two dudes as well?
I think if I'm with my hun, we can definitely like.
With your girl?
With my ex, yeah.
Yeah, we can.
I could with her, yeah. She's Zulu. So
Okay.
she comes from a very passive, aggressive background.
Passive aggressive and aggressive isn't the same in physical fighting.
It's not the same, but the aggression when it comes out, it's really heavy. Because I've seen that side to her, and I was shocked because I didn't expect it, and the strength as well. So I was like, okay, yeah, no, yeah.
Okay, all right, hey man, okay, interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, for giving y'all opinions on this. One more thing too, when it comes to marriage, can you see yourself marrying your stud girlfriend?
I do.
I do. You're already
Yeah.
saying yeah to it.
Yeah,
I do. We're not on the altar yet. Okay. And then can you see yourself as well marrying your stud girlfriend?
We're not together anymore. So.
I know, but when you guys were...
Yeah, no, when people asked me what my sexuality was, I was lesbian because I was like, this is my person. This is who I'm going to spend my life with.
So you could marry your stud?
Yeah, I could have at that point. I was picturing it.
Could you marry a woman? No. Okay. Why not? Just a bit louder for us.
Well, I don't know, but nah.
No.
I wouldn't, yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you marry a woman?
No, to be honest. Like,
Okay.
I want to have kids, obviously, my own kids. So, and I feel like a man can do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give that to me. So, yeah.
Okay. So, real quick with the kid thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're cool with never having any kids?
I'm gonna have my own kids.
Oh, how?
Like from sperm donor.
Okay. And do you think it's okay to like raise a child without a father in their life, even though God, science, and your parents would want that?
I mean, if you look at today's society, most of the...
Forget today's society. A lot of people would say they're confused.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just your parents, God, and science. Do you think it's okay that...
So she's saying sperm donor, right? So two women raising one child together. So she's like, okay, we'll go get a sperm donor. Statistics have shown that a lot of these children who are being raised with two women within the household, they're turning out to be, not too, let me say, jacked up. I'm gonna try to be, they're turning out not to be normal. Let me just say it that way, right? They're turning out to have some quite a few issues in society for, as far as being able to communicate or even relate to other children who may come from two-parent households, and let alone let it be two women who are raising children. My thing is that, according to statistics, right, men raise children better than women do. When men raise children, you have less of them that are going to prison. You have less of them that are having sort of other marital issues or problems with relationships. You'll have them where they're not having so many issues with self-esteem, things like that, as opposed to it being more of a woman-based or raised home. I think it's because it's mostly committee ruled, right? They're mostly kind of trying to do what everybody feels is comfortable for them to do. I think it's, mostly that they want to be fair. And I understand the feeling of a woman wanting to be fair. I mean, I think it's mostly within their nature to want to be fair, whereas to where a man wants to be precise and very, calculated in what he makes decisions on. He wants to be precise and he wants to either go left or right, whereas the woman would want to be a little bit more balanced or fair because she's our balance. You know what I mean? She keeps us to where we're not so testosterone. You know what I mean? And we're more like able to have that feminine energy around to where we can show that compassion or be reminded to be compassionate, to be loving, to be something that's not necessarily wartime. You know what I'm saying? Wartime type of personality, right? Because I don't care what man you are, you're gonna constantly be on that mentality of, okay, we got to go get it. Of course, it's wartime. If you're like somebody who's driven, somebody who's looking to accomplish goals and be the best man they can be, right? You're gonna be constantly seeking that, and you're gonna be ramped up with that testosterone, ready to rock. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be tearing through shit, like, right? And then a man, you can see the difference between a man who's single and a man who has a wife, right? A man who's single typically has more testosterone, right? He's more, you know, just depending on the personalities, right? um, may not be as balanced. Let me put it that way. He probably not as balanced. He probably more testosterone driven, and he doesn't really have that. Whereas to where a man who has a woman in his life, because like it says in the book, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Now he's a little bit more balanced. Or women, depending on who you are. Like I said before, like multiple women in a relationship with a man, that man's gonna have a higher sex drive, higher testosterone, more focused, more driven. But then he also has that extra balance from those women to remind him, if this chick over here or if this guy over here acting up, and now's not the time to cut into his ass. She's able to pull him back a little bit and get him to think about it first before he cuts into that. You know what I mean? Like goes after him. So hopefully I'm explaining this properly, right? There's a totally different. This complete difference, from a man who doesn't have a woman in his life to a man who does. Totally different. Especially if he don't indulge into other things like pornography and things like that, which completely destroys not only your brain cells for a man, but also his drive. You know what I mean? Like you'll be completely done for. Like it's amazing what they put out there, and anything that is free, you gotta question it, right? You can go online right now and look up all kind of different things, and it's free. When it comes to pornography and stuff like that, anything that the government or governmental systems or whatever put out there for free, right? You need to really question it as to why they got it for free. Why ain't nobody charging for this, right? And of course they're consuming the data, but why? Especially for men who are real men, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so y'all can really make yourself more docile. This is the reason why. Because when you do that, it makes you more passive, more docile, killing your brain cells. You can barely think sometimes, right? Eventually, after a while, if you're addicted. And it kills the way that you view women and your sexual drive with women. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's go and get back into this thing, man. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, these are South African women. Y'all tell me, are y'all surprised by the way that they talking? Are y'all surprised by the way that they thinking, the way they moving? Because, you never know until you actually go there. I've never been to South Africa. I wouldn't know how they operate, right? But this gives us a glimpse as to into reality, as to how they really, and it could be just them. It could be just a minority of women. Yeah, majority of them could be solid women who are feminine, who aren't on some shit like this. You know what I mean? Or it could be the majority. I've never been there to see. So we're gonna get back into this, man. Y'all let me know, man. Is this a surprise, man? Because for me, it is. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm hearing, now I have to change what my thought process is of women who are overseas. Now I gotta kind of watch what I'm saying as far as talking them up or bragging about them. Like, man, they this and that and that and this. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and get back into this video real quick. Should be almost done.
You know, to ignore that, knowing that the child might really need a dad one day?
As long as my parents accept it, then I'm okay with it.
Oh.
Science, I don't really care.
Are your parents accepting of
Yes.
that?
They
Oh, they met your stud?
No, they haven't met her. Well, they met her, but they didn't know they were meeting her.
Okay. And they approved of it?
My mom.
But your dad didn't?
He doesn't know.
And so your parents, plural, did it. Neither. Okay, I see what you did there. But okay. All right. And you're cool with never having, you know, real children with
I
the
mean,
real
initially
man?
we had talked about it and had plans as to how we would move around it.
So, like, just yes or no for me real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you would be cool with never having kids with the man and giving the children what science got, and your parents probably would approve.
I feel like I would be okay with that because you don't, just because he's a man and he's there, you don't know what contribution he's going to bring to the table. So you can never 100% say, oh, he's going to be a great dad. You don't know. We don't know if this person is even going to stick around.
So you take your chances with a girl than a guy?
I would not take my chances with anyone right now in this stage of my life. Let me put it like that.
Interesting. Okay, and I think that's a wrap, man. Y'all go ahead and clap it up, man. Thank you.